morning, it's Coco. I'm 50 plus one. I just felt like I should pick up my phone and talk about yesterday. Today is March the 27th, Friday. Thank God it's Friday. Thank God it's every day though, right? Like, thank God it's every day. Heading to work this morning, and yesterday was a real challenge for me. It was a super big challenge for me at work. I can honestly say I allowed fear to have its way with me for a lot of yesterday. And honestly, fear and anxiety have been a struggle of mine most of my life. I've tried to pray it away. I've tried to hypnotize it away. I've tried to therapy it away. I've tried to read the Bible it away. I've tried everything that I know to do in my power. And it's not as bad as it has been, but it can get pretty bad. And I get really upset about that because that is not my portion, and I know it, and I know fear does not come from God. And if it didn't come from God, it came from the enemy and returned to sender. And yet some days are tough, especially when I'm in situations that I have no control over. Like, literally no control over. And that was dramatic, right? But I have told God, this time I'm gonna trust you on the front end. Like, this time I'm going to trust you on the front end. Not once I see a path to things working out, not once I think it's gonna be okay, but like on the front end, I'm gonna trust you. Because literally I've never seen his back, because he has never ever failed me or you. He always keeps his promises, and he has promised us that things will work out better than we can imagine. I'm getting sweat. I'm getting nervous. I'm getting sweaty because I'm a little nervous, because this type of vulnerability is not a comfortable space for me. I don't know if it seems that way or not, but as I mentioned oftentimes, because I want to be as clear as possible, I like to have things buttoned up and look appropriate and like it's okay. And it's okay, everything's fine. That's how I present myself, and that's how I try to feel, but that's not always my truth. So what I'm tasked with and graced with this channel is, and with Grace Walk, which is a group of ladies who meet every Wednesday at 6:30 Eastern time. What I'm graced with is the ability to be transparent most of the time and tell my honest truth, because I know that I'm not alone, and because God tells me to do it, and I want more than anything to be obedient. He has been so good to us. He's been so good to me. And I get so frustrated with myself when I know better. I know better, yet living it out is so not easy. And then I think of Moses, right? I think of him, and I think of his anxieties. Like, I'm literally Shemoses. Like, but like, how am I supposed to do this? This don't even look like it's even possible. Why am I in this situation? Why me? And I've asked God that before, and he said, because you will. And that's such a beautiful answer, and it's not easy. Because when you're in the thick of it, and you don't see a way out, and you're trying to walk in obedience, and things seem impossible, I know that's where God does his best work. Because he says, in our weaknesses, his strength is made perfect. What do I want more than his strength to be made perfect in me? What do you want more than his strength to be made perfect in you? When I got in this car today, I didn't worry about it starting. I've had cars like that. I've wondered where my next meal was going to come from. And God has literally always made a way. So I repent for the sins that I know about, that I don't know about. I do voluntarily, involuntary, what is it, omission, commission, and another one. And I just encourage you to join me. And I want you to be encouraged to know that you are not alone. If you're having hard days, hard nights, sleepless nights, if fear is something that you have had a hard time with or struggle with, anxiety, worry, take heart. He's overcome the whole world. You know, there's a different level of empathy when you understand what somebody's going through. So like if I'm talking to someone who comes from the Jehovah's Witness religion, they changed the blood doctrine again, by the way. Light got brighter. That's crazy work. But that's not the point of the story. I'm an unbaptized publisher from the Jehovah's Witness religion. My mom is a pioneer. That's a whole nother thing that I believe supports the anxiety. That is not my portion. Growing up that way, there's a whole lot about my personality where I struggle with things from the way I was raised every single day. But the empathy that I have for people who are Jehovah's Witnesses hit different because I've been there. Or people who are still in the religion, or my mother, the empathy that I have is different. So I'm saying that to say, somebody who didn't grow up with a father, I can relate wholeheartedly to how they feel because I grew up that way. So it's different when you go through something, grow through something, God keeps you through something, and then you get to the other side and somebody else is going through it. It's different because you can empathize on a whole nother level. So what I'm saying is that Jesus was here. He was here. So he literally knows what we're growing through. He knows how we feel. He knows, all the things that we feel because he felt them. He literally felt them, and he did it by choice. And he did it with obedience and with groaning in his heart. He asked God, would you remove this cup from me? And if not, your will. That's how we want to live. We want to say, God, please deliver me from this situation, that situation. But if not, your will. Because I want nothing more than his will to be done. Even with all my suggestions for the timeline, even with all my trying to circumvent his plan sometimes, even with all of that, I still want his will to be done. Because what's better than that? And then I turn around in the same voice, in the same breath, and be like, but when? Oh my goodness. So be encouraged and know that God is with us. He is for us. His plans for us are good. He loves us more than we can even ever imagine. And no, you may not have it from your mother or your father or your spouse or your, the workplace. It may be hard and all these other things. And God has overcome the world for you, for me. I'm so grateful for the breath in my lungs. Are you grateful? Do you consider the breath in your lungs? Do you consider it? As I rode through my neighborhood, I just thought about how far God has kept me and how he let me have breath in my lungs. He literally let me have breath in my lungs. He let you have breath in your lungs. How kind is that? So I just wanted to hop on to encourage you and to just be transparent and say, yesterday was hard. I cried a lot. Most people don't know that. And then I was tasked with telling people. I sat at my desk with tears coming down my cheeks trying to figure out, how am I supposed to do this? Why am I in this situation? And he kept me through the day. And I asked him when I was headed to work yesterday, throw your weight around, Father. Show me how good it can get. And in the thick of all the mess that's going on, he had so many people to encourage me. So many people to encourage me. And I'm so grateful because he gave me the strength to get through the day. He gave me the strength to get through the day. Did he fix things like I wanted him to or like I was asking him to? Absolutely not. He didn't. But he gave me the strength to get through the day. He sent people to encourage me. I'm still getting encouragement this morning. And that's why it's good there's power in community. We're all one body, right? We're all one body. Somebody got to breathe. Somebody got to wash their the fingers, the feet, all the things. And so I'm just so grateful. I'm so grateful for my life. I'm grateful for you all in this community. I hope that something I've said has encouraged someone to just take heart and know that God has overcome the world. He has overcome all of it. And you are not alone. And I'm not alone. And did you know you can be in a marriage and feel alone? Not because your spouse isn't present or loving you right, but sometimes we just have groanings in our heart that are just personal. Did you know you can have siblings and feel alone? You can have parents and feel alone. It happens. I used to wonder how people how people could say that when they have people around them all the time. But it's an internal thing where you're just like, you feel like you're the only one. You know, you haven't done right. You should be further in life. Things like that. I feel like that sometimes. And yesterday was one of those days. Then I don't want to seem like I'm a complainer or that I'm not mentally astute to handle everything that happens. But guess what? I'm not. But with Jesus and with community, I am. You are. Whew. I'm sending you love and light. Make sure you fill that cup. It's Friday. We made it. God kept us. And if he kept us, because he kept us, we have purpose. And we are all commanded to make disciples. What is it, Matthew 24:14? So we should be telling people about Jesus. People should be able to see Jesus in us and on us. Invite somebody, to read with you, or pray for somebody, or ask them how you can pray for them, or how you can support them. Like, be there for somebody. And it starts in the mirror. Have a nice day.